Welcome back to the best After Effects tutorial channel on YouTube. Today I will show you a really simple but super effective trick, and that's how to make this amazing looking particle logo animation without any plugins, basically just one or two super simple effects. And you can apply this effect on logos, on motion graphics, on whatever footage you have. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So let's make a new composition first of all. And I'll make it 10 seconds and hit OK. Then we have to import our logo obviously, and in that case it's good if it's an SVG or a transparent PNG file. Just like that. I will use the Mercedes logo for this example. And yeah, now we can just scale it to whatever size we like, and then we have to right click on it and pre-compose it and make sure this setting here is selected and not the upper one. And then you can just hit OK. And now we will start by applying the most important effect, which is the CC ball action effect. So just apply it on the pre-comp, and as you can see we get some optical difference and it looks already kind of cool, but our goal is to animate this now. So first of all, let's adjust a few settings. Let's increase the grid spacing a bit to something like 8 maybe, and let's also decrease the ball size to something like 40, or yeah, something that you can see the gaps but not too big, just like that. But you can figure this out if you want. And now we have to animate two things, once the scatter and once the displace. So let's go to the beginning of this animation where we want these particles to be everywhere, and here we can just increase the displace to something like 1000 basically, so something super high. And later put in a keyframe, just click so it turns blue, and then let's also bring the scatter to something like 20 at the beginning and also put in this keyframe, and then go forward like 2 or 3 seconds in the timeline and bring both down to 0 actually, just like that. And boom, now we have this super cool particle forming effect without any plugins already. In the example I also used some kind of rotation, so you can see it rotated a bit, and let's do that as well. First we can go to 3 seconds again where everything ends and put in a keyframe for the rotation at 0 degrees, and then go back to the beginning and put in something like 90 in here. That's like a small rotation. As you can see, the rotation is not good, it's the wrong axis, so let's just change the rotation axis to Z. And now we can see we get the desired animation. And we can see though that after this cool particle effect it just stands still and doesn't look organic and just not good. It doesn't look like the logo that it should look like. So we can just duplicate this pre-comp by pressing Ctrl D, and on the upper one we will just delete the ball action effect and then just keyframe the transparency. So let's go to 3 seconds, press T on the keyboard for opacity and bring it to 100, or just put in a keyframe here right where the particle thing ends, then go back a few frames and bring this to 0. So we get like, just changes. And same thing for the other layer, but now opposite. We want this to be 100 here. Put in keyframe at 100, then go forward to the end, put in a 0, so we have a nice transition. Maybe this is a bit too harsh, so maybe we can bring back this keyframe. Also doesn't look too good. But yeah, you can be a bit creative here. Whatever fits. And maybe let's bring this back. Yeah, as I said, you're a bit free here. But what also makes it more smooth is to give the upper one a bit of glow effect. 1 second, let's adjust a bit. Yeah, that's good. Just put in something similar here. But yeah, okay, next step, let's give it a glow effect. So we have this nice shine effect when everything composites. And right where it should be at its peak, where the fusion is like almost completed, we can put in a keyframe for the glow radius and the intensity. And let's first of all bring the radius up and maybe also the intensity to something strong. So we have this basically, and then we can go forward a bit, like 1 second or so, and bring this both down to 0. Oops, I think I put something in here accidentally. But yeah, so now we have this glow effect. Okay, this is a bit too strong. Let's revert this yeah, the tendency should not be that big here. But yeah, again, I think you get what I mean. You can also play on this a bit, but I think this looks super cool. Now we are basically done. What we did in the example as well is to give this some trails here. And of course we can also do that real quick. So to do this, let's duplicate the lower layer, which is the particle layer. We're pressing Ctrl D. And now we have to put in the echo effect. Just like that. Here we can decrease the echo time a bit, so they are not that far away, the replicas, to minus 0.01, I think looks good. And then we can increase the number of echoes to something like 10 or 15 or whatever. And now you can see they are like a straight line, but we need them to vanish a bit. So we can decrease the decay, and as you see, now it gets more smooth. Also decrease the starting intensity a bit, and maybe even put in 20 echo points and increase this. But now that's completely up to you. You can also play with these settings. But to finally make it super smooth, we can also apply the pixel motion blur. Just like that. And, oh no, not the pixel motion blur. What's it called? Type in motion blur, it's the force motion blur, CC force motion blur. And you can see now it is super smooth without further adjusting these settings already. And yeah, bad news is that this will take some more time to pre-render, but I guess we're all used to that with After Effects. So if this is finished or if it's pre-rendered, it should just look like the example.